what's up, everybody? It is Jack Lloyd here, and we have a special thing going on today for this live stream. I'm going to be covering the Alphacore #1 campaign. So I wanted to go over the campaign, talk about the perks, talk about what it's all about for the Rippaverse, because I'm personally curious as a fan, having gotten, of course, isom 1 and isom 2, and having picked up my perks on Alphacore. So I really wanted to just go over everything, take a look at all, break it all down, do some speculation about what might be coming next, and so on and so forth. So, and also don't forget, Voluntarius right now is currently running on Indiegogo. So that's my comic book universe, and there's some super cool perks as well. We have what I really love, which is the Voluntarius bookmark. You can kind of see right here. It's a nice aluminum, machined aluminum bookmark. Looks beautiful. It's reflective. It's gorgeous. So definitely check that one out as well. And of course, get your copy of Alphacore 1 as that campaign is still going on and is doing quite well, as I can see right now looking at the site. So I'm going to pull that on up here, and then we'll just, kind of take a look, see what's going on with it all. All right, so as you can see, right now the campaign is already at $671,000 total sales, which is incredibly impressive. That's super fast. This campaign is certainly shocking a lot of people and how they're maintaining such high, quick sales. So it's really incredible to see that people are continuing to come back and are dead on ready to go on for this campaign and continue to pump it up. And I think maybe part of that, why it was so successful, is because they had this queue it system. So they had this system where basically you get to the website and an independent third-party service thing would line you up for a queue for when you'd be able to enter the website, just to help avoid people trying to spam refresh in. And I thought that was brilliant. It made it super smooth. I got it no problem, just had to wait a couple minutes, and then boom, my queue came up and was able to go right in. So I thought that was brilliant. And I think that's really smart if you have a lot of people trying to jump in early on. So really great job on that. It looks like they've sold quite a few books already. Cover A, 3,700 about. Cover B, 2,400. Cover C, 2,400. Cover D, 2,600. So, and 5,767 total purchasers. And of course, I'm one of them. So it's pretty amazing to see how successful this has been. And the animated trailer too, on top of that, looks fantastic. So I really think they did a good job with teasing out some of the stuff on the universe. I think it's only going to continue to go up from here, and it's certainly inspiring. So let's take a look at the short story, and then we'll take a look at some of the perks after. So it says that Alphacore #1 is the first story set in the Rippaverse, written by the legendary Chuck Dixon with iconic pencils by Joe Bennett and lettered by Eric Weathers. This 96-page graphic novel is a ride that will leave you on the edge of your seat with cover-to-cover intrigue, action, and suspense that you won't want to miss. The log line. Though an affluent city, Flores Park is not without problems. The Flores Park police are very capable of handling formidable threats, but XSEPs still exist, and some of them have the worst of intentions, and that's why they need Alphacore. The XSEP team, known as Alphacore, is called in to take care of XSEP-related problems that the Flores Park police are too outgunned to handle. But not everyone is a fan of their superpowered heroics, and not all of them are on the opposite side of the law. So when a thwarted bank bombing launches an investigation that spins into a string of murders by XSEP, Brian Solari, Braxwell, and Ingrid Valdez must work alongside fans and non-fans alike to uncover the mystery of who has been the puppet master pulling the strings from behind these crimes. How does Alphacore operate? Who is on the team beyond our three main heroes? And who will they discover is behind this recent string of felonies? Find out in the pages of Alphacore #1. Pre-order your copy today to be among the first to dive into the adventures of the team that patrols the streets and skies of Flores Park, Alphacore. The target audience for Alphacore #1 is early teens and up due to comic violence. There's no explicit gore, sexual content, or language in the book. So as it seems to be the case with a lot of these, they're keeping it more at the low PG, PG-13 kind of level in terms of, what's being displayed, I think, to keep the audience as wide as possible, which again, in a business sense, is very smart. I don't do that with Voluntarius. Voluntarius is definitely more mature teen because I want to have the action, a little bit more of the language and gore. But it looks like the artwork they have here that, showing off just looks incredible. The detail on this is amazing, inspiring. The line work, just showing off all these buildings and the windows and the perspective, it really is beautiful. So you can see they're definitely upping their game here when it comes to design. Very impressive stuff. And the coloring on this also looks extra. The facial shading, is very dynamic. The colors are dynamic in the scenery. So This is very promising. I think this is going to really be what takes the Rippaverse up to that next level. I think having, you know, Chuck Dixon on board, along with, you know, talented artists who are on this, you know, working together, I think it's going to be a nice synchronicity that I think will take Rippaverse up on another layer. So benchmarks here, there's already been some cleared. They have 300,000 reveal of Yaira 1 cover A, which we saw that, and maybe we'll show that below later. It looks amazing. The detail on it's fantastic. 500,000 is Gooding, the Polymath cover A reveal, so that'll be cool to see. 750,000, they're going to start on 3 new Rippaverse books, which is pretty cool to see that you get 3 more books with 750. Okay, that's amazing. 1 million Rippaverse Studios shirt out of the campaign, 2 million future animation promise. That's awesome. I do wonder how much they're having to spend on this animation. The looks of it, you know, for what they're showing, looks to me to be something that costs 20,000 or more to do. I would estimate, especially for a minute and change, that they're possibly paying 30,000 around to pay for, but I'd be curious to see. 3 million reveal of the new Chuck Dixon book, 4 million promise of future toy and or statue, 5 million release the Eric sketch. I'm very interested to see the release the Eric sketch. And hey, it's Igor. What's up, Igor? Thank you for the compliments on the hat. You know, I don't have too many of these kinds of hats, but for the Rippaverse, I'm like, yeah, I would definitely get that hat. So, and thank you again too on your great work on the Origins 2 variant cover. I'm glad that we got to work on that before Rippaverse took up your time full time. And I should mention that too, just real quick, since Igor is here, that on the Suit Saga campaign, we do actually have this special perk, which is the, I'm going to scroll all the way down here, the variant cover for Origins 2, and that's created by Igor here. So I actually was only going to make this perk limited perk, so we're only going to do 100 print copies ever of it at the most. In fact, if it undersells, I'm not even going to print any more than what it sells at, except for the 10 I'm keeping for myself to give to, you know, friends and family kind of thing. So this is a very rare perk that will be for a very limited run. So be sure to pick that up with the Ultimate Bundle, which has the signed A and B covers, the awesome bookmark that I was, you know, showing off here before. I think, honestly, I just love this bookmark. It is so freaking cool and nice, and just how shiny reflective it is. And it's nice to have a bookmark that doesn't bend, you know, as easily and really hold its place. So this is one of my favorite voluntarist perks, I think, of all time that I've ever made. So pick that up. You'll get it with that as well, and it'll be an awesome time. So let's take a look back here at the Rippaverse campaign. All right, so now that we've covered those basics, you can kind of see, you know, things are really ramping up. The design, the quality, I think is taking a next leap and bound here. I really see this as getting extra serious. And I think the people who Eric July has hired and continues to hire and grow with is going to only show that this series gets more and more competitive with DC, Marvel, that level. I'm definitely seeing this manifest to that degree. You know, I think this is going to become that next big thing, just like Marvel DC was something at the turn of the, you know, 20th century. I think we're seeing that arise here. So looking at the covers, these covers are super cool. I'm going to open up this image in a new tab so you can get a much better view on that. All right. And you can see here that they have these 4 main covers, and the styles are a little bit different here and there. We have, you know, this top left style that's a little bit more kind of mainstream Americana. The one on the right definitely has a little bit more of a gritty feel to it, especially with the coloring depths. The one on the bottom left there, featuring some of the characters, I really like the effects on that and the colors that were used. And then Alphacore on the right has a bit more of a realism to it. So that has, you know, facial styles and drawings that really look more photorealistic. So it's kind of different kind of style and taste for everybody here, for people who like different art styles as their main. I got all 4 because I'm like, okay, yeah, I gotta have the the core 4 here. But I can imagine it's going to be tough for people to pick which one, if for, you know, a financial reason they can only afford 1 or 2 or something like that. So definitely could understand the frustration if you could only put down for 1 or 2 comics at this point, be like, I gotta wait to get the others or whatever. But you know, if you can get all 4, definitely get all 4. And they even have this time the pre graded. So I'm gonna open this up in a new tab here. Oh, hey, what's up? Good to see you, Joriam. All right. So we have here the CGC Signature Series. And this is pretty incredible because, again, having to do this on your own is quite quite the process, right? So it's kind of nice that they actually offer this to people as a bonus, that you can actually have it already sealed and graded instead of you having to do it and then worrying about shipping and getting it back and all that time. It's already there and done for you. So that's a pretty solid thing to have done and to be able to get. So you can get them all even signed, it seems here, with Chuck Dixon. And if I'm not mistaken here, I'm not sure. I actually got to read the description and double check because I'm not seeing the blue label that I normally see when it's unverified signature, but that seems like it might be. Yeah, it says signature series label. Okay. So I guess yes, these must be the officially signed ones too. So that's extra cool that they actually have ones that are CGC official on the signature. Because I know on the original ones with Eric and his signing, since they weren't witnessed in the signing, they were missing that that extra level of security. So or I should say security officiation of the signature, basically saying, oh yes, we for sure know that Eric July signed this because he did it on his own. So it looks like these ones are ones that were authenticated beforehand. So it's pretty cool. All right, hey, what's up, War Shark Productions? I'm for Jack Hood join the Rippaverse. Well, that would be quite the wild thing. But we're definitely doing big things here with our with ANCAP Comics. So we always are out here producing, all right? Because ANCAP Comics is my label and brand, and then I also do promote other comic creators too through it, decentralized kind of thing. But yeah, I love the Rippaverse, and I'm thinking it's going to continue to soar with what's going on. So really excited for it. All right, let's take a look here at the Alphacore poster. So you can see here it has them all attacking some type of giant blue guy, which is fun. I always like seeing oversized characters. A big kaiju fan, so comes with the territory. And it seems like there's some other of these blue characters as well, so it makes you wonder who they are, what they're doing. They have some kind of weird metallic offshoots from their body. Reminds you a little bit of the clones in Invincible, the blue guys. But yeah, it's definitely going to be interesting to see whether these are accepts themselves from Earth or they're from outside Earth. I guess we'll find out. So that's cool. That's a really great poster. I mean, the fight scenes. I like fight scenes with posters because they just look cool, and they got a lot of extra action there going on, especially with Valdez's green whip. And this time they have this cool Alphacore beanie, just in time for winter. Smart move, very smart move. That's right. You know it's going to be cold, but you want to be iced out with the Alphacore. Very smart, very smart. I like it. The Alphacore logo is super cool. I really like the design on it. I think what they did with the little spikes and the upside down kind of triangle V-shaped thing. I think it's unique. It feels iconic. I think it sticks out well. So great job. I'm not sure who designed it originally. I would love to know if someone can tell me who did that actual logo design. But I thought that was a solid, unique design. I thought that was a great idea. Oh, Warshark says, Mauler twins from the universe, right? The blue Mauler twins. Yeah, because I just watched Invincible season 2, episode 1 the other day, which was fun. It didn't have the same oomph as season 1's opener that was like jaw-droppingly insane. And I think it's hard to sometimes do the same gimmicks again when you're killing the same guy. But I don't know. Hopefully they pick it on up soon. And then we have the Ingrid Valdez sweatshirt again. Smart move, doing the warm winter wear right in time for winter. Very smart. So that's a great design. I think the side profile is smart. I like the whip, the lasso coming all around her. Super cool, iconic, sticks out wonderfully. So that's a great design. We have this T-shirt here. We got the hoodie still. Right. So we got all three here. You got Solari looking extra angry. Another great design. I think that's super cool. Putting them all together and giving you that visual cue, that angle where it's like kind of, pyramiding up to the top. Smart. Makes for good design. And the elbows creating that kind of base shape. That's smart. Like that. The Rippaverse hoodie, which, we've seen before. And then they have some more catch-up packages. It looks like they have the isom cover C from before, showing, of course, the Alphacore there too. So tying into this, that's awesome. And then they have a few extra bundles there. Okay, so you can do the read and collect, right? So that's smart too, having like where you get both the single comic that you can read and then, of course, a collect one, making that easier for people. That is excellent. Smart move. And, of course, I think this one is rarer. So let me see this one. So foil cover by Turnion, and I think I saw this. Eric July was showing the foil cover off on a stream. So it looks very here just bright and matte, but on the actual thing it's super foily, like very reflective. And apparently it won't be reprinted. Yeah, that looks good. I like how they have so many characters in this as well. So very smart. And then they have the big bundle, the 650 bundle, where you get covers, all the covers, singles and signed and graded. Nice. That's smart. They have an outfitter, right? So you want the merch pack. You want to have, be warm this winter. You got your Alphacore shirt, Alphacore sweatshirt. You got the beanie and the poster. Super cool. The beanie actually does tempt me. That I'm seeing it. I might have to get the beanie. The beanie would be something that I actually would use. This hat, it's not always my style, but I rock it on a stream. But a beanie, I could rock that when it's cold out. I could definitely rock that. Super cool. Huh. And then you pick by size. Oh, they even have extra small. I can get my wife one. Not bad. Okay, that's good to know. That's good to know. Cool. Okay. Oh, and they have an everything bundle. It looks like before they did that as well. So I want it all. So you get Alphacore number 1 covers A, B, C, and D, and you get them signed and graded, and the poster, and the beanie, and the shirt, and the Ingrid Valdez crew neck. Wow. That is a major pack. I did see quite a few people purchase this, and they showed it on Twitter. I was like, hey, that is quite the chunk of change to drop down, but you get a lot out of that, I would say. You know what I mean? It's you get a whole wardrobe, and you get decor, and you get collectibles, and you get reading material. It's a pretty great pack. So, and then this last one here, what is this? It's only 210. What's the difference? Oh, okay, non-graded. Oh, well, that's great too. Huh. That's awesome. So if you just don't want the grade, just want to read, you can get it for 210. We'll see. I'm scrolling back up, looking at that beanie again. I might have to pick up that beanie after this. We'll see. I got to keep my head warm this winter. All right. So all in all, looks like everything here is coming along swimmingly, and it's going to end on January 20th, 2024. So you got some time to jump in if you haven't already jumped in. But nonetheless, there are limits. I think that there's only a certain number of prints on certain numbers of these comics. So you got to make sure to get what it is you want before close or before it gets sold out, because as you know, once it's gone, and they do these limited prints, of certain covers, and that's it. So you got to get in while you can. Already, it's gone up almost 700,000 since this stream just started. So that's super impressive. Super impressive. I love it. It's looking amazing. So, yeah. Well, I appreciate y'all coming and checking this on out with me. That was a lot of fun. There's a link below to get yourself straight over to Alphacore campaign. And don't forget, while I am at it, just while I got you here, Voluntarious Suit Saga is live right now on Indiegogo. We have 52 days left. We've already hit 50% of goal, 2,535. So we're just a little bit over 50%. The campaign here is amazing. We have new perks we've never done before, like the bookmark I was showing before. Looks absolutely stunning on this kind of reflective gold aluminum with a halftone pattern print. It is, it's just something that when you see it in person, you're like, oh yeah, that's nice. I like that. That looks cool. And there's tons of ways to get involved here too, from just getting a sticker, bookmark, cover A. We actually have a cover A and B, which the cover B is going to be a limited print. So only during this campaign will be available. It will not be available print on demand later. There's a character card as well. The character card is super cool. It's a Valen Cap, who is going to get her own series coming up. So I actually have a separate standalone series for her, which is going to be a lot of fun. Then we have a signed cover A. We have a catch-up package. So if you haven't caught up on Voluntarius, you can get the trade paperback we just finished, 192 pages. It is beautiful. It's gorgeous. And you can get caught up on the origin story and then get right onto this story. And then there's this ultimate bundle here, which is super sick because it's got the Igor cover for the Origins 2 variant. Only at most 100 will be made, probably be less if it's not sold out. And so it's a piece of indie comics history. It's not, of course, a Rippaverse official product. It's just simply, Igor is the creative lead there, graphic designer and artist over at Rippaverse. And he's made many great things, including, of course, my nonfiction guide book cover as well. So I appreciate him for that. The love keeps on going. So if you want that, that is the ultimate bundle. You have a signed A and B as well with the other perks. Super cool. And we've actually already sold out of our ads. So we sold out of all of our ads on this campaign. So be sure to check that out on Indiegogo. And we're also on Fund My Comic as well. So yeah, thank you so much, everybody, for coming here, hanging out, checking out both my comic book series and, of course, Alphacore #1. And I'm excited to see what will happen next, especially for Yaira coming out this winter. I'm definitely going to be supporting that as well. And we'll be covering both that comic and, of course, the Alphacore comics once we get them in our hands. Me and Fo will do a little stream about that. So take care, everybody.